to Nigeria, where sports development in that country is receiving renewed focus after the nation's recent AFCON win, which is still a point of significant pride and unity for Africa's most populous nation. Joining us now from Lagos is Inetian Oshodi. He's Lagos State's Commissioner for Sports, to get his views on redeveloping sports in Lagos State. Now, of course, as we said, everyone basking in the glory of that victory. But in policy terms, how serious is Lagos State about developing sport and putting the necessary resources there so that it can actually grow in that part of Nigeria?
Thank you very much. The sports policy in Lagos State is one that focuses greatly on developing sports right from the grassroots. That's working through the various schools in Lagos. This is in tandem with the national sports policy that has its focus as the schools as well. But here in Lagos, we go a step further by working with the primary schools, because the earlier you get the children playing sports, different sports, then it makes it much easier to get the talented ones out. But it's, as a nation, the sports policy itself has not been too effective. The AFCON victory you referred to has sort of masked a lot of the poor performances we've had over the last couple of years. We didn't do very well at the Olympics. A nation this size needs to be doing much better and competing with the top countries in the world. So there's a lot of work going on in Lagos. The Honorable Minister for the of Sports in Nigeria himself has commended the way we've gone about things in Lagos, working with the young athletes, bringing in, of course, the most important part of our work is bringing in international coaches here to Lagos to help us with the training of our coaches, of our athletes. And, you know, so far so good. We're on the up here in Lagos, and hopefully there's, the minister has recommended our own profile as the way to go for Nigeria as well.
Commissioner, just talk about the kind of money the federal government is putting behind, you know, this commitment, because we of course know that in order to make policies work, there has to be the financial, you know, resources put in. Take us through what kind of ballpark figure we're talking about, and is it sufficient to give the kind of impetus to sports development as you've outlined?
Well, the kind of figures we're talking about in world terms is definitely insufficient to cope with the policy. In a country of over 100 million people, this is very, very, the kind of money we need to develop sports is not what we're getting. Here in Lagos, you know, we're being funded heavily, and it's showing up in our work. But very, very importantly also is the fact that, you know, the structures have to be put in place before you spend the kind of money we're talking about. A lot of money has gone in the past, and because the structures weren't correct, the money hasn't been put to good use. So what the focus is on now is to put the right structures in place so that the little money that comes, you have to understand, especially in a city like Lagos, there are a lot of competing interests. There are roads, there's water, and in Nigeria, there's still the issue of electricity. So sports still takes a far place behind. So the kind of money we're getting to develop sports is definitely not enough.
All right, that's where we will have to leave it, of course.